Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Rodgers. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. This is intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on third down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's the tight end Hurst with it. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes out in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Flush to his right. Caught out right by Renfrow. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down at 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jones again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. P.J. Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a give right side Swift. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Underway. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kingsley Keke there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's the backup Goff. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Try. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Back to throw. Jones. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back now at Ford Field. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Hunter Renfrow, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. It's at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were
at the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jones. He's going to let it go again. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Jones on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, now Rodgers. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. A give to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hunter Renfro with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl And Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
He's going to look deep down the field. Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Rosas to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
Don't use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now in desperation mode, deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Washington. The ball comes out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle